He loves work. He could sit and watch it all day.
Researching for you, pup.
It's a rude. We're cleaning up the workshop. Workshop's been so messy and stuff, can barely walk in here without tripping over. So Josh has gone away with his girlfriend down to visit her parents down in Newcastle. So leaves me alone, which is kind of nice. I'm home alone. It's not often I get to be alone. And so I can tinker and do whatever I feel like doing, which is nice for a change. This thing's coming along well, as you've probably seen. We finished the plenum and you know, where the heater box goes up underneath. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. You'll see the heater box going one day. We just have, you know, the radio support panel and a few other little odds and ends to do up the front of this, ready to start putting the diff in and starting to fit body panels and things like that. It's not far off it. Once we've done that, maybe a few more days work, but it's hard to get time to work on it. It's very hot at the moment, so it's hard to work in this heat as well. So some of it might happen when the weather starts cooling. That's about that. With brings you pretty well up to date with the XY Ute. I bought a Fairlane, which I'll show you. And I'll stop my cleaning for a minute. I'll do a walk around with the Fairlane. So this is a Fairlane. It's a 96 model Fairlane. 96. Yeah, it's quite a nice car. And it's a V8, 302 V8, fuel injected. It had a problem when I first got it. Just open the bonnet here. Hang on a second. Oh, it's a nice maroon colour. Okay, so it's just 302 V8, and the ignition trigger had failed in the distributor, which is so I changed the coil and the ignition trigger, and then it's up and running like a perler. So that's no problem at all, and that's often what goes with the ignition trigger if it won't start. I'm going to give it a service. I bought oil filter, fuel filter, air filter, a few things like that. It's actually registerable, this thing. It needs a tailpipe redoing. I could just order one. And the interior is nice. Everything works, lights, everything. It's got a nice interior in this. So, whoops, I just pressed the lock button. So it's all cloth interior. The roof lining's actually still up there, which is a change. And it's got lots of bells and whistles. Very hot. I've been keeping it in the shed because I leave it out of the heat. Heat kills the cars and the paintwork. Oh. And the reason I bought it, well, I got it for a good price, and I'm considering stripping it down and transferring a lot of the gear into that. But I don't know. I haven't decided. It's only a thought. But I just couldn't. I couldn't help myself. I thought I'd just get it. My wife thinks it was a terrible idea. So if not, I'll just move it on. I haven't made up my mind yet. And, I decided to have a play around with some of the tailgates. Some are in good condition, some are in very bad condition. What I really need is a bunch of new skins, and skins are really expensive. So this is the inside one. I've removed the skin already. I'll show you the skin. Here's the skin on the inside. And there's the outside. It's got more dents than you can poke a stick at. So I've decided I'm probably going to try and repair it. So here it is here. It's got a few little issues, like, can't see it like that. Can't see it like that. But nevertheless, it's got some rust holes in it. And, it's not a bad candidate for a new skin. Sandblast and repair. This tailgate here is like perfect except for one problem, it's bent. As you can see, it's been bent there. Now the skin on this is also a replacement skin, and it's quite straight. Okay, I've got another skin off. This is the one out of the XW, the XW, yeah, XW. You know, I got this off just by, oh, where am I? By bending out the thing again, the tab. And so I may panel beat that. They're bloody expensive, those things, so we'll see where we go. It's not perfect, of course, on the grand scheme of things. It's possibly okay, and see how it goes. And the reason I'm going to the trouble with this one is because if you look, you know, no rust, you know, it's in very good condition. And unlike, and that's at both ends, except this end's had a hit, obviously because it come out of the orange ute. If you look at the orange ute video, you'll see it's had a big hit. And so it's the XW ute. Orange, can't miss it. So this is bent here, obviously that's bent down, but had a decent hit. You can see it's straight there, bent there. And I'll turn this over, and you can see here where it's bent there. But now that you can access it, I can probably panel beat that and straighten it out, and I may just repair or replace, because I've got some old tailgates there. So be clear. One-handed. I need a cameraman. I'll either replace this or repair it. But it's got the actual, it's box section, so it's very strong and probably going to be a little bit hard to diddle with. So I'll see how we go. Okay, so I realise I've got to film, so I better do some filming before I go too far. This is the bent tailgate, which has had a hit there because it was sides, you know, gone sideways. And so now I've drilled up these spot wells. So that plate comes out. So then I can access this to panel beat properly. I tried with a slide hammer, and as you can see it there, but no go. And all I was going to do is bend or break that plate or strip it out with the bolts. So it wasn't worth it. Still easy because this way I can panel beat it exactly how I want it. The other thing I had is I thought, oh, I'll get this one and I'll take a piece out. It's not bent, you know, because when I think about it, it's, you know, if it's not bent, it's rusty, and if it's bent, it's not rusty, and that's the story of my life. So anyway, so this one's rusty, and I thought, oh, stuff that. I'll straighten up the unrusty one. So so once I get all that off, I can panel beat it all perfectly. So that's all I'll do. Next shot, I'll show you it all off and maybe panel beat it or something. Okay. Got that piece off, of course, and I beat it out quite a lot. Funny how when you get to the other side of it, beating out doesn't seem such an issue. And you'd have to compare, but this was all smashed right in. And so it's beaten out now, so it needs a bit more work here. I'll have to grind that back so I can actually see it better. There's such a big crease there, but it came out pretty good, still pretty flat on the grand scheme of things. I'll keep beating it, and I'll probably sand it all down and keep beating it. So I don't really want to put any filler in there, so it has to be pretty good. And just because it gets banged and clanged, has a lot of stress, it probably cracked the filler. If I'm not, you know. And, well, probably as a non-work ute, it might not, but you know, nevertheless. So this will get sandblasted and edge primed, and I'll probably put Por 15 on the inside, especially around these spots. And, not rusty, they're not rusty. I'll show you the other ones. This is what they look like when they're not looking good. They just do that. And this is one of the better ones, so it's going to take a little bit of work to get it right. Okay, I'm still beating on this thing, but it's pretty well a bit more along here, but it's pretty well as good as I can able to get it. And I wanted to do it so I didn't have to use any filler, and I don't think I will, because at the end of the day I think that here is as good as it is here. And it's the inside of a tailgate. It's had a hard life. Either that or I'll sandblast it and bogged the whole thing and then sanded off. Fill all the little hides and lows. I can't be bothered panel beating all of that. That'd be 2 days. It's already been 2 days. And, so I'm slow, what can I say? And, anyway, I'll tinker with it a little bit more and I think I'll call it. Okay, last one for the day. That's panel beaded, but well, for the time being it is anyway. This is cleaned and it'll be cleaned properly, probably wire brushed and then edge primed, and then I'll have something over it, whatever I choose. I don't think I'll use Pour 15. I'm not sure what I'll use in there yet. We'll see what happens. This here's done, and there's just put the last coat of paint on it. It's not got any bog or anything in it. That's just it, and that'll be just fine. And I'm very pleased with that. That took a lot of work. I spent hours on that, but it's nice to get it perfect. And the inside is probably less perfect. This will get sandblasted. This is all the box sections all welded back in again. And didn't have the luxury of Josh's neat welding, but it's all strong and done. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. So that's it. This tailgate's finished. Sandblast that, or edge prime and do something inside there. Okay, we're paint stripping. And now that I'm paint stripping, I've paint stripped for years, and now I remember why I hate it so much.
Get me through my glove.
What's your language? You have to bleep that now.
Ooh, it starts. It like.
Here you go.
It's fine, and then it's like.
I warned you about that, didn't I? Here you go. Just wash it off. Oh, too late.
No, it's through. Okay.
Need proper gloves. And I'm just doing the paint stripping, and it's painful because we don't have any rubber gloves. We've only got latex gloves, and paint stripper loves stripping latex gloves as well, doesn't it, Josh?
It does.
It very hurts. So we nearly got it done, and I don't know whether we're going to borrow sandblasting this or not. No, but it was so thick and terrible. I just couldn't do a good job. So that's it. Just wanted to bring you up to date. Okay, so what we've done now is we've washed the paint stripper off with water and a dustpan brush, and because you've got to get all the paint stripper off. If you put anything, any paint over top of paint stripper, it's a nightmare. So this is what's the edge? That's
This is 3 parts water, 1 part rust converter.
What is it?
3 parts water, 1 part rust converter.
I missed it again. Sorry. Anyway, 3 parts water, 1 part rust converter, and after that we clean it off with thinners really well. And you'll need to do the other side of that too, Josh. And tomorrow, it's getting late. See, look, no sun. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
You wouldn't
falling.
believe this is orange, would you?
No, it's not orange anymore. That's bog, you see, the yellow bits. I'll sand that out. I'll scrape it out with something harder. And there's no rust in this whatsoever. It's been bogged more than once because that's old bog and that's fresher bog because that's over the top of that bog. And that's the original green. So that's the original etch primer. And that must be the original undercoat. And then that must be the green, the original paint. So it was a green tailgate for a green car. Okay, these are the tailgates. Actually, that's plural, isn't it? Okay, this is the tailgate, still in 2 halves. And I put my 2-pack undercoat over it. And the dark bit around the edge is the black, that's edge primer. So I find that the undercoat, when it goes hard, it gets a little bit brittle. So when you're hammering against these, I don't want it to go brittle inside and then take on water. So I'm going to keep it edge primed, and I'll probably put a bit of sealing goop in between. I'm going to buy one of those little, I don't know what they're called, little hammer that rolls the bead round rather than use a hammer and dolly. And just because I want to use one for fun, and they're not dear, so it looks well worth it. I have to get it from the States. So, and this is that's after it's panel beaded. There's a little bit there. We're going to need a little bit of bog in this. I mean, here and there. And because I'm reusing this, you roll the edge out. It sort of, when you roll it out, it sort of folds it. So when I'm going to have to sort of roll it and beat it back down again. So basically, I've got to live with it. So I said 3 coats of primer over it, and it'll have a mist coat, and then I'll bog it in time, but not for a while.
It's been only 5 minutes. I'm dripping. That's how hot it is.
How I'm enjoying this.
He got the short straw.
He always gives me the short straw. He doesn't like to sweat.
It was your idea to sandblast it. Yeah.
That's really good.
Okay, put it down. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, language. Can't believe how well that worked. That's been about 20 minutes plus that one there you did a bit on. Not bad.
Yep. Oh. Oops, earbud.
It's Einstein.
The only thing that would have made it better, yeah, yahoo. The only thing that would have made it better is that temperature's been cooler. It's hot.
Very hot.
But it's so satisfying. Mate, I can't think of anything I'd rather be doing.
And this media we've used about several times too. It's still kicking on.
Cool.
Alright,
We've
you
got
want to
more
get
to
that
do.
other bit? There's not much on the other bit to do.
Yeah. Very satisfying.
What do you want to paint it with? Have you decided yet?
Nope. Nope. I don't think it matters what we paint it with. It'll be bare metal. I could paint it with edge primer and it would still last for another 50 years. Good thick coat.
Let's get that other bit.
But I'll probably paint it in here because I can, and there's no welding going on this. I'll probably paint it with Core 15, except for the very edge here where we're going to roll it. And because Core 15, once again, it goes very hard, and if you bend it or anything, it'll crack. So, so that's about the size of it. So the edge plumb around the thing, and then I'll put goop in there, which I've said before. Goop meaning body shoots. No, goop meaning what's it called again? God damn it, I forget.
Panel bond.
Hey?
Panel bond.
Panel bond, yeah. I've been using panel bond all my life, but I can't remember.
It's the heat.
It just goes away. I need my medicine again. I'm due. Okay.
You need a lot more than that.
Things you have to put on.
And you still managed to get his feet. How's your little tootsies going?
Oh, it's really sore. I totally sandblasted that foot.
Give us a look.
Really hurts. I've got my Chinese work boots on.
A lot of putts. Ow. Now I'm a putts.
It's too hot. I would fall over from heat exhaustion.
So I have a big
The
drink
lesser of two evils. Protect the brain or protect the feet. I'm going for the head and brain and leaving my feet vulnerable.
Surprised.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Sandblasted, cleaned with thinners.
I'm going to edge prime them now, and then you know, when I'm ready to put them together properly. I'm not ready because I want to be able to mount it to the car and make sure it hasn't got a twist in it. I don't want a tailgate that's got a twist in it. And,
So we're not sticking the two halves back together yet?
no, unless I find a level surface. I wouldn't normally bother with that, but this has had a hit. So I've got to make sure that when it goes together, I don't put it together with a twist.
Right.
If it was a normal one that's never had a hit, it'd be sure to be straight. But this one, it's just a little hard to tell. So anyway, I'm not ready to put it together yet. I want to get one of those little rolling hammers. Don't know what you call them. They're groovy idea and I want to use one. Yeah, so that's it. So I'm just going to paint some edge prime on this, and then this is done until I'm ready to continue on with it. I'll probably go on with the guards and doors and all that sort of stuff next.
No, we're not.
Oh, the front apron, yeah.
Front apron, the radiator support. That's coming off.
Yeah. And once that's done,
Boy, oh boy, it looks good.
good, eh?
Yeah, nice. Stay there.
No, you can't do it like this.
No, I'm taking a photo at the same time.
Why?
For a thumbnail.
I should make a crappy thumbnail.
Why?
Boring.
Alright, get out of the photo.
Well, how about put you in the thumbnail? There's two reasons. The other is I'm not putting a skin on permanently. I've got a new one ordered. if I might consider just putting a brand new one on, and then with a lesser gate or something, I might use this skin.
Right.
I haven't made up my mind yet. That's the other reason I'm not actually fitting it permanently.
You didn't tell me that. You just...
No, he's on a need-to-know basis. I treat him like a mushroom, keep him in the dark. Yeah. Okay.